Kenneth Copeland is a moron. That's it. He's a moron. I need to make a correction. Kenneth Copeland is not a moron. He is a probably racist moron. Probably, more than likely. Or he's just ignorant. So I'm sitting here doing some work and I see this. And I guess this is something that Larry Reed uncovered or showed. And I got a kick out of this. And this is Kenneth Copeland, who is 147 years old. I know he said he wants to live till, I forgot how old. He looks like he's that old. But listen to what he says about the color of the devil.
Convinced he's ebony black. Why? Has the white man, the yellow man, the brown man, anyone been persecuted like the black man? No. Why? Well, the color of the skin. That's what I'm trying to get over to. I'm convinced he was ebony black and gorgeous. Have you ever seen ebony, the wood itself and the grain? And he had musical instruments built within him. Everything but the trumpet, that's God's. Phil Driscoll let me know that for sure. Now, to me, that answers a big question.
Yeah, the question that it answers is how ignorant, how stupid, how dumb, and now how racist are you? That is just really, really silly. It makes absolutely no sense for him to say that. Now, truth be told, we don't know what the devil looks like. We are told, we're given some descriptions of him. We're told that he is beautiful. We can go with that. But trying to extrapolate what he looks like, it's just dumb, and it's just rich for you to come up and say that you think he's black. Now, I'm thinking probably maybe in his mind, oh, baby, I done stepped in it. I probably shouldn't say that. Or you know what? Maybe with his mind, he's really given this some thought. And that's probably what it is. He's given it some thought. How he comes up with this, I wouldn't even pretend to know. I wouldn't even want to try to get into his mind, his little frame of thought. But that does bring up an opportunity to kind of go over some things dealing with the devil. The Bible tells us this about him. It says in 2 Corinthians 11:12, when Paul is speaking about undermining these people who are not like us, such as Kenneth Copeland, he says, it's my mission to undermine them, to cut off any opportunity to show that someone like a Kenneth Copeland is on the same side as us. And now, if you want to know what he looks like, he probably looks more like you. Not that he's white, no, but some characteristics that you have, or I should say you have the same kind of characteristics that the devil has. Because look what he says. He says, for such men are false apostles, deceitful workers, disguising themselves as apostles of Christ. No wonder, for even Satan disguised himself as an angel of light. Is he saying that Satan looks like he's light or bright in color? No. Therefore, it is not surprising if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness, whose end will be according to their deeds. Now, again, we don't know the color of him, but we do know kind of the formula he's going to come in. He comes in the form of someone who is looks the part, says the part, sounds the part, smells the part, talks apart, all those things. Let's go and look to Ezekiel 28. Ezekiel 28, now, is this an actual literal description of him? Don't know. There's just no way to know because, again, he is a cherubim. He's a fallen angel. And how are they dressed? Could they actually look like these stones? Don't know. Have no idea. But he says, you were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering. Does he mean that he was covered in these stones? Don't know. Don't have no idea. The ruby, the topaz, and the diamond, the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, the lapis lazuli. I don't know what that is. The turquoise and the emerald and the gold, the workmanship of your settings and sockets was in you on the day that you were created. They were prepared. You were the anointed cherub who covers, and I placed you there. You were on the holy mountain of God. You walked in the midst of the stones of fire. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created until unrighteousness was found in you. Now, there's one part in here that I want to go back and look at that people kind of mistake to think that this is something to show that he was over the choir. He was the worship leader in heaven. And that is in this particular verse. This is verse 13 where he says that the gold of the workmanship of your settings and sockets was in your day. Now, some versions might say these pipes. as though that he could sing. I don't know. I have no idea. But he was certainly not the minister of music in heaven. But let's put that to the side. The Bible doesn't describe his color, what he looked like, that he would even look like a man, let alone a black man. That's really insulting, but for some reason, I'm just not insulted. I'm not. I get a kick out of it because when someone that ignorant and that silly says something like that, all you can do is laugh. You don't get outraged. Don't get outraged at this false prophet, this senile false prophet, this ignorant and now racist senile false prophet. Think about that, to be senile and racist at the same time and on your way to hell. He is going to, and here's what's funny, he's going to actually get a chance to see him face to face, to see, oh, okay, now I see what you look like. Now that's not going to matter because man, it sure is hot down here. And I don't think you're going to really care too much about what the devil looks like, but don't get too up in arms about this. As a matter of fact, do this. Don't let the enemy cause you to get too out of place. Don't let the enemy cause you to get upset because of this foolish person. When a foolish person like him says something, just disregard it. Have fun with it. Do that. And so, if I had to make myself clear, as I said before, Kenneth Copeland is a moron. No, correction. Kenneth Copeland is now a racist moron. Amen.